Well, boys, it's happened again. A new movie's coming out, and I'm hyper fixated on a single character in a new movie, and I want to get all the merchandise related to that character, and it's no one else but Ultraman.
I was gonna say I've been seeing a lot of relevant tweets this week.
The Captain Phasma of Superman. I'm assuming.
Yeah, but then like I don't know. I saw like a trailer, and it looked like Ultraman's gonna be more relevant in the movie, and I'm just like, huh. And then also I asked Decker to shop this for me, so we put him in colors.
Oh
he did a really good job.
It looks like Isaac from Orville.
Yeah. You could tell me that's a real Ultraman and I wouldn't be able to argue.
Uh-huh.
But anyways, like I've been obsessing over this character. I've been like theory crafting like Cell Nose because I've been like I've been Pepe Sylvieing this fucking
Lane's been going off with this.
I'm like, he's a clone of Superman. I fucking know it.
Lane, I hope you're right.
I hope I'm right too, because he's an alternate universe version of fucking Superman. So like it would just make sense.
Well, he's who you call when super's just not enough.
That's true. Superman the movie coming out July 11th.
The super movie?
Yeah. Cue the roll call.
Connect. Loading.
Broadcast.
Perfect.
Showrunning super savant.
Level up.
Bluecaster super Ichi.
Loud and online. Greycaster, Robolane.
Trauma Inducer. Northcaster. Saga.
Combining comedy and critique. On air since 2014.
Radio Sentai Castranger.
Welcome to Radio Sentai Castranger, episode 538 of your home podcast master, Brennan Lee Mulligan. I mean, Super Ichi.
Oh my.
I'm sorry, Dimension 20 new season started and I'm in maximum hype mode because it's fucking steampunk airship season!
Nice.
Oh, that sounds like everything you want to be a part of.
Right?
Oh, look.
Anyways, it's episode Saw.
Yay, the blue version.
Episode Bert as a karate master.
Does that mean
the funny thing is, the karate gi is his skin.
Yeah, that's upsetting.
That's very upsetting.
Nah, I think it works.
He looks like him, right?
Yep.
Oh, hey, Sock. No,
I'm pretty sure Sock and Throw were. I like to think Sock and Throw were inspired by Bert and Ernie.
It feels like it.
There's a Muppet. I'm sorry, we're gonna fixate on this for a second. Go back up to Sock there. There's a Muppety quality to him, like the nose, the eyes. I don't know. I don't know,
yeah,
man.
no, these two were definitely inspired by Muppets.
Hey, Ernie, we're Pokemon.
Oh, how about that, Bert? I'll go find your Quacklet.
well, Ernie, if you stopped eating cookies in that damn bed.
Bert, you're shouting again, Bert.
Rubber side deck.
That's it.
Some poor bastard got his head blown off in a place called Hoopers.
You make double battles so fun.
Oh my.
Okay, anyway, we're a bunch of Sesame Street characters who get together every week
Finally.
to talk about Kamen Rider Super Sentai and the third thing.
Nice. Got a pretty limited house here tonight, but that can be nice sometimes too.
Yeah.
It's just
Gar was going to be on, but his medicine got the better of him.
It happens to the best
A
of us.
spoonful of medicine makes the Gar pass out in a most delightful way.
It's morphine time.
Mighty morphine.
Super morphine.
Oh man. Okay, speaking of Mighty Morphin, I shared it on social it was either today or yesterday. Dropout shared the clip from their recent Actually episode of a bunch of their comedian cast members trying to assemble the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers Megazord, and none of them came close.
They the whole time I'm watching, I'm like, the Mastodon unfolds, you fools!
Like, the one who won was the one who took the Power Sword and put it in the Tyrannosaurus Zord's tiny little claw hands.
It was
Because that was the closest to a combination they got.
It was a tragic thing to see.
And to make it worse, when they shared that clip on social media, they referred to it as the Megazord Power Ranger.
Oh, I sure hope someone got fired over that one.
Like, I don't... Like, sure, I resent Mighty Morphin for its overpopularization in the tokusatsu sphere, but Jesus Christ!
Show some respect.
Oh, also one last thing. Hank Hill, Bob from Bob's Burgers in Cleveland, they're all in Fortnite.
Because
What?
why not?
I mean, are we surprised
No,
at
and
this
what's
point?
great is they actually designed Hank to not have an ass. It's pretty funny.
Well, yeah.
That's part of his design.
I just like that Hank's pickaxe is just a stake with a pair of tongs.
Well,
It's
yeah.
fucking great.
Just the right amount of sear.
And they gave him
I'm
an
curious
emo
what the
where
new show-
literally you can take you and 3 other players and you can recreate like the drinking by the fence like scene
Oh
with the
my
theme
god,
song.
I kind of love
Okay,
that.
that's fun.
That I'm in.
Yeah, it's fucking badass.
Does it play the song?
Yes, it does.
That's
And
okay.
you see them like all drink, like the cans are piling up in the recycling bin. It's
Okay,
fucking
you know,
awesome.
full respect.
EG, I'm sorry
Yeah.
to bring this up again, but now I would love to do that emote with 4 very special characters in the King Oger.
I knew you were gonna say in the King Oger levels.
Dun 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 dun.
King of the Shoe Gods.
Like, so you just
I
modded.
Absolutely edit that video.
I sell Shoe God and Shoe God accessories.
Just cut the shot of the toys.
Like, I'm picturing it though, like it's actually like the actual King Ogers doing it, and then at the end they all just like pose with that like.
I will say I bought the whole Hank Hill bundle, and because his back bling is a Strickland propane tank, I'm gonna put that on RoboCop, and now RoboCop's just
Fuck
powered by
yeah.
Strickland propane. Yeah.
I'm starting to get Fortnite.
Fortnite's mwah.
It truly has become the most ambitious crossover game of all time.
You gotta give them that.
Yeah, and to think we have the Russo brothers to thank for it because they were pushing Epic to put Thanos in the game, and like they were like, oh, I don't know if we want to do it. So it's because of the Russo brothers that we got collabs in Fortnite.
Christ.
They're responsible for all the glory or all the blame, how you look at it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Gleam.
Anyways,
our topics for this week are Gavv episode 38, Gozyuger season 2 episode 1, and by that I mean episode 16.
you'll see.
And Sentai Daishikkaku episodes 9 and 10.
Very cool.
I did my best to pay attention.
Me too, Lane.
I know the last like 4 episodes we've talked about, like the last 2 we talked about and these 2, I was just kind of sitting there like, all right, they're still in this test thing.
Yes.
This is going on a while.
The exam arc's kind of a slow pitch, but these are the episodes with the Blue Keeper fight, and that's why I like them.
I feel like once we get to the finale, and then as Ichi's been talking about season 2, apparently that's where like they're really cooking. So
Yeah, I'll just go ahead and tell you, a lot of the characters in the exam arc don't fucking matter. The only one you really need to pay attention to is Usakubo. She's the only one of any significance.
I'll save it for
the big boobs
the
lady.
topic.
Yeah. But we got some news to talk about.
News mode. Well, first news: Spaceballs 2 is fucking happening after almost 40 years.
Oh yeah. I said it before we started, but my favorite reply someone made to that announcement is suggesting that the name of the movie should be Spaceballs 3: The Search for Spaceballs 2.
Where'd it go?
You know, do you know what's really sad is like when I found out about it yesterday, like I was super excited, and like usually when I'm like excited about something, I like to like talk to someone at work about it. So I talked to all my coworkers. No one knows what the movie is, and I was like so fucking heartbroken. And then I talked to one of my
children.
and then I talked to one of my other coworkers who like he watches like the same kind of movies I do, and I was like, do you know about Spaceballs? He's like, oh yeah, I love that movie, and I was like, thank you.
And it just made me listen to the theme song again, because that theme song is a banger.
Yeah.
Because
oh yeah, but also Rick Moranis is coming out of retirement to reprise his role as Dark Helmet, and I am so fucking. We have not seen him in a movie since fucking Honey We Shrunk Ourselves in 1997.
And Bill Pullman is bringing his son, aka Bob.
We'll play Bob.
Yeah,
again.
yeah. Well, no, Starburst apparently is his character's name. So
like
yeah, it's been almost 30 years. Fucking like I think the last like actual thing Rick Moranis did was he did like that 3D Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer
Oh, he did
sequel.
that. Yeah, fuck.
Yeah, he was the toy taker or whatever. He was like a teddy bear. It was weird.
Anyways, we should.
Yeah.
All right.
Spaceballs 2, go see it.
So,
I'm excited.
we have some news posts about the upcoming Gavv and Gozyuger movies, revealing their movie villains. First of all, from the Gavv movie, we have Kamen Rider Carries.
I fucking love this.
Right? So what they did is they took Bitter Gavv, splashed it in white liquid, and then gave it the claws from Wizard Land Dragon.
I'm in.
Well, rep Wizard Land Dragon, I guess.
Also, those are definitely the shoulders from Saber Elemental Dragon.
Yep. They use Bitter Gav's head, and then I forgot what the leggings are supposed to be.
Hard to tell. Oh, people are posting in the chat. So yeah, Bitter Gav's head, the shoulders from Elemental Dragon, the claws from Wizard Land Dragon, and the leg pieces are from Caliber.
That's
Our
good.
first teeth-based rider.
Oh, really? Oh, he is teeth-based.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Wait, oh, you
Can I
know
see
what?
the helmet again? The close-up of the helmet again? No, I love that, like, that color scheme, that pattern.
We make holes in teeth.
We make holes in teeth. No, Lane, you know what it looks like to me? The fucking, the Mach 5 emblem.
It is red on white.
Yeah.
It's the way it's, like, shaping up like an M almost. No, I love this suit. This looks cool.
So yes, Kamen Rider I don't know if it's Carries or Carries or something like that.
Oh, actually, they got a point. Like, Gav's regular form is technically the helmet's supposed to be a tooth. Right?
Yes.
Like, but I wouldn't say he's teeth themed though. He just has
Okay, this
aspect.
This sort of actually looks like a Fortnite skin that just showed up in the game recently.
God damn it.
Beast.
Hey,
I'm
wait
like
a
looking
minute.
at it, I'm like, why have I seen this before?
We let you talk about Fortnite in the opening. Let's not keep it up.
I'm sorry, Fortnite's super relevant.
Hey, that Lane, none of that. Now let me talk about Game of Thrones.
So, unfortunately, this is a character whose Kamen Rider name is Carries, and his civilian identity is also named Carries, which is the thing I hate the most in this franchise.
They're all gonna laugh at you, Carries.
Is it Jim Carries?
Apparently he uses the Terra Goji, so he should have just been called Kamen Rider Terra.
The belt is blue. Oh, the belt is blue. That's cool.
The belt is blue.
It is like a black and blue Gavv. Oh, I might have to buy that one.
He is Jim Carrey.
That's how he
The
gets
goddamn
ya.
belt is blue.
The goddamn belt is blue.
Good times.
Fuck, if they release that, I might buy it.
You know what? That's the thing I need to do someday. I don't think I've ever sat down and watched Liar Liar in its like fullness, so I think I need to do that with
How
Ichi
have
someday.
you lived with me for all those years and you have not seen Liar Liar? That is not possible.
Forget
I think
Wayne's
he was-
World
I
when you
think he
come
just-
over.
I think he just assumed that I watched it. I've seen bits. I just haven't seen the movie in full.
Jesus
Check it out.
Christ.
You should check it out. It's a
I know.
fun, cute time. Very 90s.
Okay,
Fun.
anyways, we need to stay on topic.
Never.
Yeah.
So,
Anyways, this guy looks pretty fucking cool.
he's
Like
the-
I gotta say,
he's the king of the mysterious organization called Muters. And,
Decker.
and apparently he
I just love-
transforms using the
Yeah,
Terra Gochizo.
I just love we have Gavv, Valen, Vram, Bitter, Gavv, Bake, Final Boss Rider, and Carries.
Yep.
I hope we don't have a Final Boss Rider. I really hope not.
Well, if we do, I hope he is cool. Because they
I
have
hope
not
it's-
succeeded
well-
lately.
Yeah.
Fantastics.
And yeah, as we previously reported, this guy is one of the members of the band doing the theme song for the movie.
Yo, my man decked out in a pimp-ass cape, though.
He's dressed like a
Yeah,
fucking
no, that-
Ragnarok Online wizard.
That like cloak he's wearing is fucking awesome.
Yeah. Even though it looks like it's covered in shit stains.
Well, from a certain point of view.
Wow.
No, actually, like in this
Certain
shot,
point of
like
view?
isolated, he looked like he's in like the Harry Potter universe. Just
Yeah, a
with
little
that
bit.
in the background.
Yeah, this is potion class or whatever.
He's Japanese.
He's from the Japanese wizard school.
Oh.
Which has a canonical name.
Oh.
Alright.
Anyways, really cool form.
Speaking of movie villains, from the Gozyuger movie, we have the villainous Pestis.
He's cool.
Another blue and black character.
He's a gargoyle.
Yeah.
He looks like his design kind of reminds me of like Devilman from that like old game.
He does have like
Yeah, let me see.
he has a vibe going from like Kid Icarus maybe with the eye.
He looks like Evil Wingman. Yeah, a little bit.
But he looks. Ichi, on a level of blue, where does he rank for you?
That's a pretty good shade of blue. It's not. I wouldn't put it in like my top 3, but he's definitely up there.
Ichi, that's what you gotta do.
There we go, Devil Man.
Best shades of blue.
Oh yeah, I see that.
That Devil Man looks like Mazinger.
I was gonna say he looks like an X-Men character.
He looks like a humanoid salamence. He's got like the same wings as him. Yeah.
So apparently in the movie, Tegasaur dies.
It's God.
He's a god. He's still a god.
Yeah, well, it's in the trailer, so they want us to know it.
Lane, you haven't played God of War.
No, I haven't actually.
Yeah, so the Gavv and Gozyuger movies are coming out July 25th.
Cool.
He'll revive in 3 days.
Exactly.
All right. Next, Premium Bandai has added Gozyu Polar's civilian cosplay outfit.
Fuck yeah.
So if you...
And let's go to immediately how much it is. It is fucking $250.
Well, that might just be for one piece of it.
Probably.
Oh no, sorry. Never mind. It's $2,500.
Stop jumping ahead. Anyway, so yeah, first off, the Gozyuger X Guts Dynamite Cabaret Gozyu Polar / Masher Kumade coat jacket.
Nice.
Produced by the apparel brand Guts Dynamite Cabaret. Polyurethane. 220,000 yen.
Oh.
That's over
so it's like $2,000.
$2,200.
Yeah, but you will look like a bad motherfucker. Gotta be said.
Oh my god!
I'm just happy we saw like Gozyu Polar wear it after he transformed.
We'll get into that when we talk about the episode.
Yeah.
Next we have the Gozyuger X Mia Grisha jersey jacket top. Which is just that thing, which is 29,700 yen. That's $300.
I mean,
I like they got like a white ass dude to like model for these outfits.
Well, yeah, he's a polar bear.
They should have just gotten Tom Constantine.
Yeah, for real, man.
This, to be fair, feels like something you could just wear.
Yeah,
outside.
this
looks
looks
like a coat.
I was gonna say this looks like something you wear to the gym.
Yeah, it's nice.
How do people get gyms?
Then we have the bottoms specifically.
I'll give you buttons.
Those are another 14,300 yen. That's $150.
Add it up.
Then we have oh no, sorry, no, that's for the necklace. The pants are 24,200 yen.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, then we have the necklace. That's 14,300 yen. Then we have the earrings. Those are those are the earrings. 11,000 yen. That's over $100.
Those are cool looking earrings, though.
Yeah. Yeah, and that's it. That's the look.
Buy now.
I'm not doing the math, Decker. Y'all can add that up on your own time.
That's why we have fans.
To do math for us. Yeah, very cool. Next, from Minipla, apparently they're putting out King Candler.
Ah.
Cool.
I think this guy's more popular than they were expecting him to be.
Yeah. I think a lot of that is just how good of a job the actor's doing.
100%. That guy is committed.
Oh, yeah, no. Fire Candle's amazing.
So, you know, what we have to do is get this and then actually light a sword on fire.
Someone's gonna do that.
No, you don't want to melt plastic. That's a bad idea.
You coat it in that like flammable jelly that just
Flammable jelly.
Flammable.
Flaming jelly.
Jelly? Sounds like a Pokemon.
Jelly.
Does sound like a Pokemon.
Yeah, so Collectibles has it on their site for $149 US. So that's about as expected for Minipla Megazords.
Looks really good.
And then it's estimated to release in November.
Woo.
Very cool. Or should I say, very hot. Next, in CSM news, there was an announcement for Kamen Rider Hibiki's 20th anniversary CSM stuff, which includes the Henshin Onsa Onkaku, the Ongekigo Kaetsudumi, and the Ongekibo Reka.
No, you gotta say Ongekibo Reka.
That's what I said.
What was this
So the Onsa Onkaku is the actual tuning fork that he henshins with. The Kain Sudumi is the belt and the drum piece, and the Ongekibo Reka are his fiery drumsticks.
Oh, this was the music thing going.
Yes.
Yes.
Well, it wasn't music theme specifically. It was just like sound theme.
Oh, okay. Well.
There was some music like early in the show, but it wasn't really consistent. And then
Well, it's
they
because
just
Hibiki wasn't supposed to be like a Rider series to begin with, and then they just
we've-
slapped the Kamen
we've talked about all this stuff a million times.
Yeah.
Okay, so yes, this is the transformation item and weapons gets CSM released for the very first time. So yes,
It's pretty.
The Henshin Onsa Onkaku is the transformation device. Brand new sculpt based on the size seen in the series, while still accommodating the sound kit for sound features. Silver horns made of aluminum die cast. Vibration sensor built into the tuning horn, as should be in a tuning fork. Standby chime, Henshin transformation button.
Oh no way! You can actually like drum on the thing. That's awesome.
In addition to transformation sounds, the tuning horn also has sounds related to the disc animals. It can read the disc animals by setting the disc animal on it and rotating it. That's cool. So it actually reads the discs. Like
cool.
that. Yes, then we have the Ongekibo Rekka, which are the drumsticks, the Taiko drumsticks. Each one is 38 centimeters in length. Vibration center. It can play impact sounds by shaking the sticks, so you can actually bash shit with it. And the Oni stone at the tips are equipped with LED lights that sync up with the sounds.
Fuck yeah.
Very cool. And then the Ongekiko Kaien Dutsumi has two buttons with a switch that detects whether they are attached to the equipment belt. Sound effects such as the Onibi and the Oni Claw, the Hibiki Kurenai transformation sound, as well as a couple of BGMs, including Shonen Yo, the one song everyone remembers.
I don't.
By removing it from the belt, it switches to special move mode. Ongekida special move, vibration sensor, play an impact sound by hitting it directly. To prevent the paint from peeling off when hitting it, a molded color front replacement part for it is included.
Oh.
That's cool.
At
Cool.
least I thought of that.
Yeah, well, obviously, it's designed to be hit.
Yeah.
They had to factor that in. The included equipment belt is made of synthetic leather, and just like in the series, you can set the Onkaku, Kaien Dutsumi, Rekka, and disc animals just like how Hibiki has them equipped in the series. Premium Bandai web exclusive 61,600 yen, releasing in December. But you can also purchase the Onkaku on its own, along with 3 disc animals for 16,500 yen, also in December.
How much is that?
So the full package is over $600, and just the Henshin fork and disc animals is about 17 or 170-ish.
Gotcha.
Do the disc animals transform? I don't think they do. It doesn't say they do, and I don't see them in any sort of animal mode.
They're probably gonna make like a separate set for them.
If the fork can read them, they probably don't. Oh, you know how it reads them? I see these little grooves on the side, so when you spin it, it detects the pattern. Just like the Nin Shurikens, I think.
Cool.
Or no, it was just like the Zenkai gears. Anyway, you know what I mean.
We get you, bro.
Yeah, very cool. Pre-orders end August 17th.
I know.
Next, in Beetleborg news, adjacent, Juko B-Fighter has revealed the 30th anniversary edition of the Black Commander and Jamming Magnum, aka the Henshin device and weapon of Blackbeat, aka Shadowborg.
I kind of want this.
AKA the best thing in B-Fighter.
Yeah.
Yes.
It even comes with the tiny little figure inside the Beetle
I
Bonder.
love it.
So
The
yes,
gun's so cool, man.
Premium Bandai posted images and promo video. Comes with the Black Commander and the Jamming Magnum. Comes with 2 mini hero Blackbeat figures, one fully painted and a clear version, which is placed inside to recreate the transformation sequence. The Black Commander is 180 millimeters in length, features a heavy gunmetal exterior. 3-layer structure, built-in LED will light up during transformation, which can be better recreated if you have the clear black figure in it instead. Oh yeah, it lights up. That's cool.
I mean, I was saying to you guys that, like, honestly, still, like, his creation is one of my favorite things the genre has ever offered. I love that scene so much.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
In addition, the cast recorded new lines for this release.
Oh.
Aside from lines coming from Shadow before transformation and lines after transforming, you will also have new lines from Blue Beat in versus Blue Beat mode. lines from iconic battles and conversation scenes. It also plays his image song, Black Cross, Black Beat. I remember that was a good song. Yeah, very cool. Then for the jamming magnum, 270 millimeters in length. The same gunmetal exterior. The muzzle has a purple LED. The cocking action activates the power switches between jamming magnum mode and stinger butte mode. In jamming magnum mode, multiple jamming magnum attack sounds. Blackbeat's lines in the attack scenes can be activated as well. In stinger butte mode, it will play lines related to the weapon equipped to... Oh yeah, the stinger butte is like the shadow claw. In addition to attack sounds from both wire and saber modes, it will also play lines when using the stinger butte. Both items come with dedicated stands. Premium Bandai Web exclusive, 24,000 yen December release.
And speeding! Throw this in the pile with Kaguragi's robe and the D-Sword Vega as things I want but will never have.
Yeah.
Now I just want to see Cell wearing Kaguragi's robes, wielding the D-Sword Vega in one hand and
The jamming magnum
Blackbeat's
in the other.
gun in the other.
Well, what you're describing is how I'm going to dress at my wedding.
I was fully ready for how you'll be dressed at your funeral.
That's it.
I will pay for your photo shoot of that.
Oh, you guys have no idea. Like, I would just wear that robe. I swear to God, that would be my, like, you think you're calm and getting down? Look at me, dude. I'm gonna fucking...
We have to
I could see you becoming TikTok famous wearing that.
Thank you.
We had to recreate the fucking shot of you just going, so where do we stand?
Anyways. This is cool. This is cool.
Yes.
Blackbeat's a very fun character.
All right. And our last news story. So, everyone remembers our boy Fua Isamu from 01, the man who prompted his entire character upon the concept of breaking rules.
Yeah.
Yep.
So apparently, he announced that the actual actor Ryutaro Okada announced that he has passed the bar exam. So he's going from breaking the rules to being very, very beholden to them.
You know, we make changes.
He's a lawyer.
That's what life is all about. It's what change.
I guess you could say he's become a different kind of hero of justice.
Hopefully.
Yeah, so I like to think he just did 01 and stuff because like obviously he wanted to because he loved doing the character, but like obviously it was probably just to pay for law school.
Yeah.
We got to get him with what's his nuts the Jason Font or from Power Rangers who also like he was a Power Ranger to pay his way through law school. It was one of them. Maybe.
Oh no, it was Leo.
Leo.
It was Leo.
Yeah.
Yeah. But no, like, it makes sense that he's the lawyer because, like, you know, spoilers, Vulcan died, so... so, like, we're not going to see Vulcan ever again.
I was going to watch it.
It's not until way after the series in a post-series movie.
Oh, okay.
Exactly. But, like, honestly, he went out like a fucking badass, so...
So, yeah, he's been MIA for a lot. The last time he posted on his Twitter was September 2021.
Jesus. Well, yeah, he's just been
Going to
busy
Yeah.
Concentrate.
being a lawyer. Good for him. I'm proud of him.
He buckled down and focused up.
Can you imagine a world without lawyers? Ugh.
He used to
people in hand
stream
in
on,
hand.
Yeah.
he used to stream on YouTube a lot too. I used to watch him play Fortnite in like Japanese. It was fucking cool.
Wow.
Put him in his lawyer outfit as a Fortnite character.
So it is.
Dude, if they ever put Kamen Rider in Fortnite, oh my god.
Well, the King Odra levels are there, so there's precedent.
Oh wait, you know what they should do? If he ever decides he wants to give acting a shot again, Japanese remake of Liar Liar, because he's also a lawyer. Perfect.
Perfect.
God, just imagining him doing Jim Carrey lines.
A scar eventually.
You know what I'm gonna do about this? Nothing! As long as you just take you to court, you just stiff me anyways, and even if I got the judgment, you wouldn't pay. So what I'm gonna do is piss and moan like an impotent jerk, and then bend over and take it up the tailpipe!
You've been here before, haven't you? Keys. Like,
God
watch
bless
this
you,
movie
Jim
with
Carrey.
me.
Can you tell I've seen that
absolutely
movie a lot?
Anyway.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, so it's currently unknown if he's going to return to the entertainment industry, but that would be hilarious for him to actually be a lawyer and actor at the same time.
You know, if he goes back and does a Toku special, they'll probably do a joke about that. Wait, he used to be a criminal, and then he died, but he came back.
Yeah.
They'll come up with something.
Very cool. And that's the news.
Congrats to him.
Woo! I love news.
The news is cool.
News is cool, yeah.
It's cool.
Oh, apparently something Cougar related just got announced.
Oh, should we talk about this, or do you?
25th anniversary, complete selection modification, Kuga's Arkle belt, and also the Garangi belt that Zero Go wore. That's what it looks like.
Shall we?
Oh, and fucking
that
dragon form and the dragon rod, dragon form staff. That's fucking cool.
Cool. Does it extend full size?
Yes, it does.
Neat. All right,
Very cool.
I'm sure the article will pop up and we'll talk more about it next week.
Yeah.
Anyway, Gavv time.
Gavv time. Okay. I have to start with this. Like, I know it's like the very end, but like, I fucking hate Glottis so much.
I should have seen that coming.
I felt so sorry for this guy, and it was like such a good episode, and like I was so happy with everything that like transpired, and then that shit happened, and I was like sitting there like, are you fucking kidding me?
I like we saw that whole episode, and then Glotta murders Kenji, and I'm just like, well, fuck.
Yeah, I'm just sitting there like, you fucking bitch. I hope Rakia fucking destroys you.
I think it was Yusa was like, well, I guess he's gone on that journey after all.
We'll get to
Oh, man.
it. Was very sad, but
The one thing I want to highlight that threw me for a loop. So apparently Baki stick was French fries the whole time instead of hickory sticks.
that was the real twist of Gavv. The French
Yeah, I
fries
guess
would
it's
be along the way.
fries.
Fuck,
It's
man.
the French fry form.
Now I love it even more.
Which kind of
No, and you know what? Like, it was a pretty
Potato sticks
badass
also.
fucking form. It was
Well,
pretty
we've
cool.
known it's a badass form. We've been waiting months to see it since the form leaked.
It's weird that they...
Since January, we knew about this form.
The rumors were true all along. Jeep was Bitter Gavv Baki stick, and we finally got to fucking see it after months of waiting.
Holy shit, dude.
And it didn't disappoint.
It was awesome. And too bad it didn't have debut on this and immediately got its shit rocked.
What are you gonna But yes. But how does our episode start though?
With Honto returning to racism.
Oh dear. Why must we always go down this road?
We don't want to go down that road.
That's the racist road right over there. At least Alabama.
Yeah. We all knew where this was going. We knew the whole time he wasn't going to kill him.
Yeah, I mean, they were playing into that trope of like, oh, will he, won't he? And I'll give him this. It got close, where it's like, no. It went exactly the way we thought it would go.
Although
it did get close.
Although, like, when he, like, fired off the Hisatsu at him and, like, misfired and hit the, like, bridge pillar behind him, we were joking, like, you missed. No, I didn't. Bridge drops on him.
4 or 5 cars. Oh no, he's gone full Dark Honto. But yeah, so now he knows that, like, oh hey, I gotta. Okay, actually, I'll say this: he doesn't go racist. Actually, he goes, this guy, fuck this guy.
Yeah,
like
this guy specifically.
Yeah, it's not I hate all Granoots again. It was, oh, I want to kill this motherfucker.
He took because of him. My mom is dead.
Yes. So this is more good old fashioned revenge more than anything.
Yeah, but he actually does like consider like, is this what my mom would want?
That's always the. And I gotta give the episode this. It touches it lightly, but it does touch the idea that revenge is a pointless cycle.
Yeah,
it doesn't do anything good for anyone.
But no, Honto did what Honto always does when he's angry. He goes somewhere in the at nighttime and he ponders and he thinks about it really hard and then he
talks it out to himself.
He's so
stoic. Yeah, no, that's always an aspect of Honto's character that I've loved. Where he just like he gets angry about something, but then he's just like, hey, no, I gotta chill and I gotta think about this like really hard.
He does overreact once in a while, but typically, yeah, he tries to like look at it rationally.
He manages to work. He gets caught up in it a bit, and it kind of looks like he's headed in the wrong direction. But he always puts himself back into a cool headspace before anything serious can happen.
Mm-hmm. Now that he's with Shoma, they can do anything together.
Well, he's
show him
he's got to worry about the kids. And I don't mean Hiroto, I mean the Frappe.
Oh god.
The Frappe Gochi.
So yeah, okay, let's talk about Jeep here. Like, oh my fucking god. So first off, like, you know how troubled he is now because like he turns into his sister and then like he's just like looking at like himself in the mirror, but as his sister being like, "Oh, Sheeta, my dear sister, what do I do?" And I'm just like, "Oh,
I don't know if I've done this joke before, but I have to just like every time Jeep turns into Sheeta, my brain goes, "Who is that girl I see staring straight back at me?"
Remember how I mentioned an axe earlier, Blaine?
When will my reflection show?
No.
I'm sorry.
So to say, where's Paul?
So Neil like fucking modifies Jeep's Gavv and turns it into a bitter Gavv, and he's like so pissed about it.
I have successfully turned your vital body organ into a child's toy.
I mean, that's like ideal form, is it not?
But then, like, I love, like, Jeep's, like, super pissed off about it. He's like, "Oh, I'm not gonna be able to beat Gavv if I am." And Neil's just like, no, you got this, champ. Come on. I believe in you. And I'm like, Neil, and I'm sitting there, like, he's saying that, and I'm like, no, you don't.
I like that Jeep was like, "Oh, I guess you can call me Black Gavv." And I just imagine a funnier version of that scene going, "I'm some sort of black-red Gavv."
Put it in the card pile. The bigger, blacker Gavv.
And then
Title of the episode?
If it actually was bigger, that would be perfect.
A bigger, blacker Gavv.
And then Lizelle's just like, "You got this, babe. I believe in you."
Yeah,
But, like,
go ahead.
Yeah.
There you go.
No, it's good. It's good.
Like, and yeah, like we were talking about, this leads into the new form finally, and yeah, presentation done very well. I like it in movement quite a bit.
The suit's great. The contrast of black and yellow is amazing.
Lane, yeah, I love that it has 4 eyes.
Yes,
that's
well.
cool.
I don't think it's actually 4 eyes. It's
like
just
visually,
it's like masked.
Yeah,
it's kind of like the Ryuki helmet visors.
Yeah, but you got like 4 glowing spots.
Yeah. But
it's evil.
The one thing I didn't fucking expect was for it to actually fucking shoot fries out like kunai.
Oh, we lost it.
I was like, well, damn.
Okay.
It reminds me of that one mutant from X-Men Last Stand who was like fighting Wolverine in the woods, and he just kept like throwing like the bone stumps like out of his arms. He just kept like that's what reminded me of. Yeah, I guess so.
Isn't Marrow female?
Well, like X-Men 3 is stupid. So
yeah,
Spike. Marrow.
Spike from Evolution?
Could have been Spike, but Spike like did it from all over his body.
Yeah.
Also, he's spelled with a Y. Oh, you got it right.
Mm.
But no, yeah, the form was cool. Can I go on a tangent about something else for a second, though?
Sure.
Regarding this? Okay, so Canadians know ketchup chips, right? And most of the places don't have ketchup chips. Look, I'm not a huge fan of them, but for me, it's weird that seems like hard to get to. I'm like, if anything goes with potatoes immediately other than salt, it's ketchup, right?
Yeah, like after we saw the like French fry kunai attack, I was like, what's next? A salt blast?
I mean, that would have been amazing.
Yeah.
But yeah, like it's like, again, it's just the funny contrast of the show, because once again we get a really cool fight scene, really well done.
Oh, yeah.
And then he shoves fries into him. Yeah, that's a great shot. That's
so many good screenshots from this episode.
I feel like if there was any like other Gavv like form that should get a figure art, it's definitely this form.
If they make a figure of that, I might get it. Okay, let's talk about it. So
I wasn't gonna fucking bring that up, but god damn it.
So yeah, there's that shot of Master Gavv with the sweeping camera angle, and it looks like he shit himself.
Whoops. It sucks too, because that sweeping shot was pretty cool. Up to that point.
It's chocolate, I swear!
Yeah, no, the shot of him like just like crouched up on that fucking tower, that was so cool.
Baby made a boom boom.
It's so unfortunate that Bitter Gavv Baki Stick debuted and then was immediately shit kicked by Master and over Gavv.
Like legit, this shot, yeah, you're right. Like that was cool. And like
so cool.
And you know, I'm sure the stunt person, you know, they're calm, they're collected, but inside, like deep down, they're like, ah!
They probably had like big mats in every direction.
Yeah. You know what they need, Lane? They need those fucking Insta inflatable mats from Mission Impossible. Remember those?
Yeah, big time.
Oh, they had a crane.
That's cool.
Yeah. But yeah,
Starts flinging
so
around.
like, so Shoma like beats the fucking shit out of Jeep, and then like they have like a weird shot of like Jeep like engulfed in flames, and he's like,
yeah.
ah!
I
And then
was
he, like,
fully sure that
jumps
Jeep was
out of
going to
it.
die.
I thought they were literally
No,
going to do like
I was-
the effect of dusting.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I was actually like, oh, is Jeep finally dead? Cool. And then, like, I was gonna find it. Yeah, that's gonna be in the thumbnail somewhere.
Oh, what a world! And then Jeep just like stumbles out of the explosion. I'm like, oh fuck.
You know, this actually looks
And then he
like
runs away.
this
Yeah.
actually looks almost like they're running out of the fire, like the Grinch or Homer Simpson or
Yeah.
something.
And then like Rocky is just like, you're not gonna go after him, and he's like, eh.
Oh,
he's
yeah.
He's lost
No.
enough.
That had all the energy of that, where like you're not going after him. No.
Scene cuts.
Yeah, but like after a second, like
Cool, thanks.
I'm expecting him to go because.
Yeah. No.
It's
Cut to
you know
the
what?
next
It's
scene,
okay.
fine.
You know what's gonna happen? Like, hear me out on this. Like, Jeep's gonna go like, "Oh my god, I'm such a fucking failure," and then like Longo's gonna show up, and then it's like, "Oh, Longo, like Nissan, you're a liar," and he's just gonna like fucking kill Jeep. Like, get the fuck out of my way, you piece of shit. Like,
Speaking
I
of
want you to
Longo,
kill Shoma.
Speaking of Longo, I wanted to quickly mention, even though the characters in the show have declared Longo dead, he has not been dusted from the opening yet.
Oh, you shall see.
Yeah, no, he's coming back. Like everyone said, like they did the shot of him getting like the scar over his eyes. So yeah, he's definitely coming.
Yep. So there was a quick flashback while Honto is pondering what to do about Kenji. There was a flashback to him and his mom like tossing a ball at each other, and I don't know if we've seen that specific shot before.
That angle.
Yeah,
the angle-
that's like the first time we saw him.
The
We, like,
angle-
saw his mom looking at him.
Then maybe we just didn't notice this before, but the angle of the shot where his mom tosses the ball at him, it looked like she was about to hit him in the face with the ball.
Just the way it was like framed, it really looked like she was like, "Here, son." Ping.
Ah!
You know that sound that those balls make when they hit you in the face?
Ping!
Not those balls.
Dodgeballs.
Am I gonna cry? I'm gonna squirt some? I'm gonna cry.
Something Cell noticed in the episode when Shoma was talking to Rakia is apparently something that Suga had up on the wall in his office is what looked like the diagram of a dragon skeleton,
like an accurate and anatomical diagram of a like a
winged,
four-legged winged dragon. And I'm like, wait a minute, because everything else in his office is pretty based in like biology. Are dragons real in Gavv?
wouldn't be the furthest
in
thing.
In the Granute world, there's dragons.
So we get the scene of the Wagashi snack shop where they finish the Animaru Wagashi.
It's adorable.
They're pretty cute.
They were
They're
cute.
really fucking cute.
And then like Sachika takes a bite of one and
Ass first.
and my brain just goes, "Wow, this sure is some tasty elephant ass."
I'm all for eating ass, but this is ridiculous.
But yeah, I did like this like line of dialogue Honto had where he's like, "Your Granute self just died here today. Commit evil again, you're through." He's like, because it's like he forgives him, or he doesn't forgive him or whatever. But he's like, I can see that like you're done doing like evil Granute shit. So
You know what it is? He realizes that Kenji is basically a father figure to Hiroto, and he's like, "I can't do to Hiroto what you did to me."
Yeah, again, he's pondering what does it mean to take revenge, and you, at the end of the day, what revenge is about, whether you want to up it, whether you want to make it bigger than it is, it's about making yourself feel better in the moment. It doesn't.
That's all it is.
That's all it is. And
no,
I like this too.
We'll get to the final scene.
No, like just the way, like, again, it touches the theme lightly, but I like that it touches it. This idea, like, okay, you truly regret what you did, and I don't forgive you. The worst thing I can do is let you live with your regret.
Yeah.
You know? Because he does regret it. He doesn't like what he became.
Kenji is fully like, "I will absolutely kill myself."
Yeah. Like, Kenji also said, like, he had a candy store in the Granute world before everything went fucky and he had to start selling drugs.
Yeah.
We've all been there.
Yeah.
But yeah, like he mentioned, like, it brought me joy to see people happy, and I want to do that again. Look, I would like to, but I understand that, like, I don't deserve to.
Yeah.
So he's still playing in, like, he's got the problems in himself too. And, like, also just like I thought this could have gone so brutal because, like, when he transforms and he punches him with his bare hand, he goes into the water. I'm like, oh god, is he gonna drown him like in a shallow pond? Damn, hardcore.
Yeah.
If this was Garo, that's what would have happened.
By the way, just a status report on Garo. I'm 9 episodes into the 3rd season, Yami wo Terasumono. The series has been kind of mid most of the way, but I will say episode 9, we have an absolute return to form because there was a super badass fight in that episode.
And someone you know from another show was
Yeah, in episode 10, the actor who played Michi from Gaim is apparently a guest character.
Oh, cool.
What the fuck? Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
He looks so thrilled to be there.
Yeah.
Post that picture if you can. That was a fun picture.
Let me pull that out of the group chat.
But yeah, you know, he gets his affairs in order. He says, "Okay, I just need to finish this one line of food." And I do like that Hanto did say to him, like almost like he's trying to be like mean about it. You can finish your line, and then we're done. Yeah, that picture. Look at him.
Yeah,
he looks so weird.
I assume he's someone who had a close friend or family member get murdered by a horror. I don't know yet. I haven't watched
Garo. Yeah.
But yeah, so early in the episode, we get the scene of now that Gloda's out doing field work, she's trimming down the poorest performing part-timers, and I can't believe I didn't put 2 and 2 together and immediately predict that she was going to murder Kenji.
Okay. I was looking at this from like how will they end the show, because they probably won't have him be alive by the end. But I also didn't think Hanto was gonna be able to actually kill him. So I was like, he has to die. How's it gonna happen? And in fairness to them, they did set it up well. Like the idea of like, okay, yeah, we're getting, like you said, we're getting rid of the worst performing ones, and they set up that he hasn't done this in a while.
He hasn't reported in how many in X amount of time.
Yeah, but they killed a wolf boy. It breaks my heart.
Yeah.
No, I'm like you can tell like she kills him, and then she's just like, what is satisfying enough?
Actually, one thing also I want to bring up too, it was funny because like Kenji left a note saying, "I'm going on a long journey, goodbye," and but then to his knowledge, he's like, "Oh, I get to go back," so I'm just picturing him going back, and I was like, "I thought you went on a journey." Oh, yeah, it was more of a day trip, really.
Yeah, just to get more materials so we can keep making the animal stuff.
He's a hyena, not a wolf.
Oh.
I love hyenas.
That explains why his like mouth is open and tongue out, because he's like laughing.
So he's I forgot what the silly one is. Ed, thank you.
And man, are they ugly.
My always favorite part was just when Ed just starts like laughing for no reason.
I love Ed.
He just starts burst out laughing.
Frank Welker, man. No, legit.
Man.
The joke like I always make with that is like when people say, "All right, Sel, you're a furry." Nala or Sarabi? My answer, Shenzi.
Have you ever seen the video of like Frank Welker like doing like the lion noises for Lion King?
I love seeing him do the work.
That man is a goddamn legend.
Ted Cummings? You mean Jim?
Ted Cummings.
Yeah, Jim
yes,
Cummings.
his lesser-known twin brother.
Ted. He voices Tigger on his off days. Jim Cummings is awesome.
What a legend.
I know him as Mr. Bumpy.
Yeah, he was fucking bumping the.
Did you say bump in the dump?
Yeah, man.
No, I said bump in the dark, but it's bump in the night.
And then Austin was Mr. Squishy Daddy lived in the toilet. I fucking love that. Anyways, fuck you, Glotta, you piece of shit, you fucking bitch. I hope Rocket fucking destroys you.
Lane, listen, maybe I can save her.
I can fix her. Okay, you know what? Dente deserved it for walking into a public place in that hat thinking he could roll a nat 20 disguise check.
You know, you don't get anywhere without dreaming, Ichi. Oh my god, it's a monster!
Is this where he's gonna fucking die? Is he gonna be like put up for like public execution or something?
I was literally saying when like Dente showed up at the beginning of the episode when Rocky went to, like, I'm picturing Rocky. Are you still alive? How? You are running dangerously low, mentor figure.
You all thought he was dead. I was like, no, he's still alive.
And then Rocky gives him his belt to fix. You just see him like poking at the cracked glass with a couple of screwdrivers.
Fixed.
Pew 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 pew. Yeah. So pretty solid episode.
Good time. Good. More good pathos for Hanto in the game.
Oh, also, maybe I didn't see it when Niel was operating on it, but I was shocked to see that this Bitter Gavv has the Bake Magnum also.
Okay, let me ask you this.
Have we just permanently attached the Bake Magnum to the Bitter Gavv power set?
I said soda as a joke. Oh, because it's sugar. But like Nielv and sugar like worked together, right? So I can see him like maybe one or the other. They
after
were, like,
Bake died, he like took it and kept it.
Yeah, like or like just
he took Bake. Yeah, he took sugar's shit, and he's just like, "Don't worry, I'll carry on your work for you."
Sure.
Why not?
So yeah, next week looks like it's focused on Rakia versus Gloda. So the whole truth about Komel might come out.
So now we're gonna go full circle, Rakia's arc, and then we're gonna finish off with Shoma. So it makes sense.
Yeah,
we are wrapping up, getting close.
Yeah. We're wrapping up our snacks and taking them to go.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Engage.
I should have changed the bumper and wallpaper for this episode because holy shit.
Okay. I don't know what we were getting into for this episode after what happened last episode, but this man literally inserted himself as the protagonist.
I loved every fucking second of this episode.
Oh, the opening especially. That was peak whatever this trope is.
Okay. The fucking opening, I was not fucking expecting that, and holy shit, when I say this, it gave me like early Heisei Rider opening vibes.
Yeah.
Like the editing, the music, the singer, like it all sounded like something you'd hear in like Agito or some shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it was great.
I loved it. This man has made himself the new protagonist because he was the old protagonist.
And I love too that, like how he's changing it to not just so that he's the hero, so that it suits it. Like the whole thing is instead of a hot dog, it's a popsicle because
we got a whole rebooted version of the opening scene from episode 1 in the groceries in the convenience store, except it was with a cold pop instead of a hot dog.
And they did it well, and I love to. Okay, you know who this guy reminds me of? Now that I think about it. Zank from the Dungeons and Dragons movie. The new one.
Yeah.
He is this
the paladin dude.
He's this impossibly perfect guy.
Yeah.
He's like, even at the end of this, he says, "Here, everyone, buy whatever you want. Hey, criminal, you could always turn things around."
Yeah, he's even nice to the criminal.
And then he gives them back the ice pop, and he's like, "By the way, we-careful, it's really cold."
Yes, but one major difference in this, aside from obviously the new protagonist, is Tsutsumi is not in this version of the scene.
Oh, yeah.
So we have no idea what happened to the other Ring Warriors when the world got rebooted.
Also, to answer the question, how do I feel for his transition from wolf to polar bear? I liked it a lot, and I'll say this. I actually loved all the wolf polar bear imagery in this episode. It was really cool.
I love how they're positing these two as rivals.
It's pretty great.
But yeah, no, it was crazy to find out that Gozyu Polar originally was Gozyu Wolf, and I was like, holy shit.
Interesting to me.
That's so fascinating.
Has that ever happened before where the Sixth Ranger was the red in the past?
I don't think so.
That's cool.
I don't think so, no.
That's a great angle, too, I think.
Yeah, so he was apparently piloting Tegasaur during that Universe War prologue that we saw before the series.
And again, just to like harp on it again for a second, I did love how the opening was like situated around him. So it's not even.
It was his insert theme song, and it was positing him as the leader of the team, and everyone else was just there.
I love when they do shit like that with openings. Like it like my go-to is always in Teen Titans when Larry showed up and he sang the theme song.
The Larry version is so great.
Yeah, no, this guy has made a very interesting entrance, and I enjoy it. He's made a good impression.
So like his little like bear partner dude,
Bear Kuma.
Let's talk about this guy.
He like goes around. He goes around like charging everyone like it's like, oh, you owe us money. So he gives like a debt to Horu, and like Horu apparently owes like 11 million yen.
I know there's absolutely no way in hell that they will actually do this. But if the toy version of Barracuda had the ability to print bills, that would be fucking hilarious.
We would have to buy that.
And you would need to vacuum up the torn up shards.
Lane, you know what I would do?
What?
I would every time someone swore, I would you are fined 3 credits.
Oh no, we'll get into that. But so I love Horu just like, even though he doesn't have his memories of like everything that happened like the last like 15 episodes, he just goes up to him and he just in his horror fashion like, no, fuck you. And then like he goes to propose like, all right, I'll give you your memories back, and everything just comes back to him. He's like, wait, what the fuck?
So he also still has his ring in his pocket, and they mentioned that like they question like how that happened. I think it's pretty safe to say Kuon pulled a fast one and helped him keep it, just because like, oh, you're my brother.
Why not? But do we want to talk now about the highlight of the episode?
I mean, the whole episode's a highlight. It's all good.
True. But I'm talking about the part that really broke you.
Oh, the alternate universe versions of the other 4 members.
And it's perfect what everyone is doing.
We have Ryugi doing a remix of the Tegasort hymn to the landlady who's now in a relationship with, apparently.
Our chaste priest is now hooking up with an older woman. I love it.
Like,
they're wearing matching outfits.
No, but I swear to God, you put like clown makeup and clown noses on them, and they're from Big Comfy Couch.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh
That's
God.
what outfits remind me of.
What's that?
Like Byakuya's like a college student studying or something.
Yep.
Oh yeah, he's
Like
like a
entry
super
exam.
nerd.
Like a study nerd.
He's not cool anymore.
He's Joe from Digimon.
He is Joe from
And then like Gozyu Eagle's like the saddest one because he's
just back
like
to
an
his old man
He's
form.
old and he has no will to party anymore. He's looking at the flowers. Also, just when we bring that actor back, I'm happy.
Yeah.
And he has like a helper, and it's like, oh, you having a good time? And he's like, yeah. And I'm like, oh.
And Unicorn, what's she
And
doing?
Sumino is a fucking organic ecological hippie.
Oh no! The worst of them all.
Oh man.
Oh my God.
Also, yeah, the cafe's been turned into like an apartment complex or some shit.
And it said Corpo half century.
Also, didn't see the kid.
Kid's gone.
He's been erased from this timeline.
Yep.
Oh
We got
no.
Marty McFly.
Yep.
Oh my God.
Which is hilarious because in
but
this
yeah.
universe, she's in a relationship.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so just the fucking scenes of Tegazord hanging out with Horu at normal size.
I like it. There's something charming about it. Like,
Oh yeah, like he
Full
offers him
Megazord
like
sitting on a bench with him.
and yeah, look, they
he
brought
offers some food. And he just looks over at him and he's like, no.
What fucking mouth hole do I have to put that in?
At least he offered.
I am a god, you imbecile.
Me chilling with God.
Which is hilarious because no one else could see him.
I mean, right?
Yeah.
When people ask what my religion is.
Yeah, so then they throw a lot of lore at us. So like the marriage that they did at the last episode created this prince, Tega Naguru, which we thought was Tega Knuckle, but it's Tega Naguru, which is the word for punching, so it's close enough. So apparently what they were trying to do ended up being imperfect and failed because the ceremony requires all the Sentai rings, and they just decided to do it early because it was June.
I mean, that's an interesting twist on the lore. What would happen?
Wow, so the villains fucked up fucking badly.
Yes, they jumped they were
wow.
They wanted to have collected all the rings by now, but because of the Gozyugers, they didn't have them all. But they were like, "Well, it's June, the height of my power, so let's give it a try anyway."
But they could have had an entire month to do it. They could have just spent the whole month.
We don't have the time for wait till the next June. Then we got another Sentai to happen by then.
Oh man.
I mean, I like
But yeah,
this,
so
though.
all the no ones come back, and all the no ones come back, but they don't have like humans in them. So
We've dropped our Monster of the Week gimmick and just have mindless monsters running around.
I wonder if I was going to ask you during this when we were watching. I wonder if they're going to keep that up as like now they just don't. We're not doing that angle anymore. I don't know.
I don't know.
We shall see.
well, it's like
To fully abandon their Monster of the Week gimmick means they're going to have to instead focus on the main story lore.
Let's do it.
Well, yeah,
Which I'm fully okay with if they do that, but they're going to have to focus on it consistently.
Sure
Well, it's like in Babunja when they stopped doing the whole like highway chasing thing eventually. So
Well, they still did it. They just cut down the airtime of it.
Yeah.
yeah.
But it's so interesting that like the world was quote unquote reset and reformatted, but it's still imperfect. So now it's like, are we gonna eventually fix the world and go back, or are we just gonna try and salvage the world as it is? And And like, what happened to the other Ring Warriors? They're all we have no sign of any of them.
So, like, you're saying, like, does that mean, like, Universe Galred's plot just didn't happen? Well, that's the thing. Like, when the world was reset, it was reset from the beginning of, like, the entire conflict. So none of that shit happened. Like, literally, where they are
that's probably
right
true.
Now, they're at the beginning of when all this shit happened.
They're all probably living lives they would have lived if they never encountered the Sentai rings.
That being said, though, they do still have their memories now. At the end, right? They all have their memories back?
Only because they got their rings back.
Yeah, but my point is, so you could say the character development has still happened because...
It's just sealed away.
Exactly. Like, the synapses remember, you know?
It's just like Geats with the Rider cores. Like, as soon as they got their cores back, they're like, oh my god, I remember everything.
Yep.
We'll see what they do. Like, it could be it just wasn't explained very well if, like, everything went back to normal.
Yeah.
So,
although the one thing that weirded me out, or not weirded me out, but just like was slightly confusing in its wording was like, so Mashiro Kumade shows up and he and Horu have this talk, and then they're like, all right, so let's have a battle to fix the world, and like they do the whole formality like #1 battle of like the two of them against each other, like who's going to quote unquote save the world, and all they do is beat up King Candler, and then it's like the winner Gozyu Polar, and I'm like, you didn't fix the world. All you did was beat up King Candler.
What that could be is like that challenge in and of itself is from here till the end.
But it said winner.
But could that just be because that was the fight with Candler? Because that
that
wasn't even who they.
The fight with Fire Candler.
It wasn't handled the best way. You're right.
The imagery is handled confusingly. But that's skipping around some stuff.
Chat says he was.
Well, let's talk about Gozyu Polar, like the
let's please. He's cool. I'm not even saying that as a pun.
So is that people in the Discord, are we implying that the act of him taming and controlling Teganagaru and turning him into Gudabang is the act of saving the world because he was supposed to be the Prince of Destruction? I think that's what we're zeroing in on.
See, this is why we have this podcast, people, so we all help each other. Let's talk about Gozyu Polar first.
Oh my fucking god!
Peak 6th Ranger design.
Absolutely. We got a stock henshin. He showed up in a fucking badass jacket stain on him. A mechanic we have not seen since Kamen Rider Skull, where civilian outfit stays on the suit. And then when he pulls off the jacket, the fucking shoulders appear. Oh my god!
That was the cherry on top.
Well, that's the thing.
I almost messed myself.
Well, he's like definitely themed after like a boxer because I could tell by his like henshin pose like before like he like actually transforms. It's like when a boxer's like getting themselves riled up before a fight, and he's like you're shaking shaking like your hands, and you're like
it's just like how boxers wear those like jackets on their way into the ring.
The robe,
yeah.
Keeps them warm until they go. They come in with their entrance music, which we had here.
The standby jingle was so good.
Whenever I see it, I think every boxer needs to come out to that. What Homer did. Why can't we be friends?
I will say this: if they do a figure arts release of Gozyu Polar, it better come with the fucking robe.
Oh, absolutely!
I hope so.
Please, it's so fucking cool, man.
The only nitpick I have about Gozyu Polar's design is what I said when we talked about the Gouda Burn, is I don't like that the legs of the Megazord are sticking out the back of it. Other than that, perfect design.
I like to think the legs sticking out the back, like in that form, it's like rocket boosters for like the fist.
That's what I like too. Like the Megazord, like they all resemble a fist or hand degree, but they really play up the fist aspect of his.
Yeah,
which that's fun.
Well, yeah, because all three changers are supposed to be. I was gonna say all three changers are literally rock paper scissors.
The shots of him going for that Hisatsu where he charges up the like combo attack energy. Oh, it's fucking beautiful!
Like I said, this guy made a really good first impression.
The man literally reinserted himself as the protagonist. So
normally these kind of characters come off as unlikable assholes, but I think he kind of nailed it.
He's like, this actor has a lot of suave charm to him. Like I said, he reminds me of Zenk, where it's like, God, you suck, but I love you. I like too how like. It really is an interesting idea, again, the idea that he was the original Red, and yeah, this is technically who you would want as your protagonist for this kind of event.
Someone who's done it already.
Yeah, and also
That
is
was
actually
one-
hyper competent and taking it seriously.
Yeah, that was one of my favorite shots too, where like Horror turns into Gozyu Wolf, and then he just goes like, "Oh, that look really takes me back," and I'm like, "Oh, you
I love that he
prick."
keeps calling him number 2, and that's absolutely Haru's trigger word.
So he's Bono.
Yeah.
But yeah, but then he just like has a moment where he talks to the mech and he's like, "Oh,"
Immediately
what's your name? Oh, Tekken Nagara. He's like, "Oh, that's a stupid name. I'm gonna give you a cooler name."
He immediately nat 20s the persuasion check and tames him and makes him his ally.
He fucking caught the fist.
Oh my god! Fuck Carter Grayson and whatever he did! This man had a fist clash with a Megazord and won!
It was pretty cool.
And then
Yeah,
ran up
like-
and jumped in the cockpit!
Again, I just this. I do like whenever anyone in these shows normal size takes on a giant. That's always fun.
Well,
And
it's
then,
like
yeah,
this
goes
guy's
into the spirit
this
world.
guy.
I was thinking that, Seven. He literally pulled a Diamond Monster where he ran up and punched the giant fucker in the face!
But like this guy also just gives off like fucking Ho Soldier energy, because like when Ho Soldier showed up in Q Ranger, he's just like, "All right, I'm the fucking leader of this team now because I'm badass and I'm the fucking best. Also, I was the president of the fucking universe," and I'm like, "Holy shit!"
Also, I really...
Also, Sarugi also wore a really long coat.
I also really liked the choice that, like... So you know with the other Gozyugers, how they have their Henshin ring and then their separate ring that's the head of the Megazord? I like that for Polar, it's one ring. It's the ring he changes with opens up to form the face of the Megazord.
He's got a lot of toys that like you would think would all be one thing, but they are separate. And I understand the reason why, but it does seem to work with him. Again, probably because he's 6th Ranger, so he can have a little extra fun to him.
People in the Discord have been calling him, like, instead of the 6th Ranger, he's the 0th Ranger.
Ooh.
Which is an interesting...
Because he's cold.
Yeah, because he's 0 degrees.
Yeah, I'm down for that.
Also because he was before.
Yes. And again, I hope that they keep up that idea, like of him having been the original, and like maybe even the other Rangers, like maybe he should be in charge.
I wonder if they'll go back to the actual theme song.
And you know, we've made jokes too about how like there are some like Power Ranger references in this. I wonder if this is a reference to the fact that like when Tommy became the White Ranger,
he took over.
Fuck the Red Ranger.
Yeah. It does feel like that.
It does a little bit.
Oh yeah, no. Once Tommy became the White Ranger, the Red Power Ranger was irrelevant.
And yeah, let's talk about that team.
Hey Rocky, look, there goes your relevance.
Rocky behind you.
Let's talk about that team attack.
The Gozyugers
so
did a kind of a team stock Hisatsu.
And it was cool.
It was very cool. I feel like there's still a lot of work to be done to make them an actual Sentai, but that was a solid step in the right direction.
And then at the end, they all ruin it by going, "Oh,
don't copy me."
Why are you howling? Don't be a cringe furry about it.
No, I fucking like.
They say like he hasn't been a cringe furry the whole show. Oh man,
That's it. And he has a good speech too to the Megazord. Their bonding in less than 5 minutes didn't feel rushed. You know,
This
it's so
picture
weird
right
that
here,
it didn't.
right? It's like, oh, I get it.
This picture right here, this is the face of a man who knows what he's all about.
Yeah,
This actor, I like Sentai's been really good with casting the 6 auxiliary rangers.
Yeah.
This is really good casting, Okage.
Yep.
Yeah, he did literally save the world. Like, yeah, no, the man has literally reinserted himself as the fucking protagonist. Because he's like, yeah, I was the one who discovered Tekken Sword first.
I think we're seeing a new coming of Tendo Soji, and like man who pronounces self badass fully backs it up.
Mm-hmm. And like you were saying,
I really
about...
hope.
No, go ahead. You were saying about the songs. Oh god, we fucked each other. Sorry. You go, Lane.
No, it's okay. I just kind of hope the rest of the show he just kind of like treats Horror like a piece of shit. I really hope so.
Yeah, absolutely.
But by the end, they'll be like, maybe you were good at Red after all.
Oh well, yeah, the Red and Sixth always end up becoming like respectable buddies.
What happens when a polar bear and a red wolf become friends? We'll find out, I guess.
Yeah.
So yeah, Mashiro comes over to them at the end, and apparently his goal now is to become a god and surpass the Tegasword. Because fuck him, we don't need him, I guess.
Well, no, he's going the Klingon route. We kill our gods.
Yeah. And then he turns the ninja ring into a polar variant, I guess, which means guess there's a whole new set of Sentai rings for kids to buy.
It's the same cheap piece of plastic that keeps you addicted to commercialism.
Yeah,
It's got a new color.
there you go.
I want it.
There you go. You have an excuse to get the Sentai rings now because it's blue in it.
It's a light blue. It's more of an icy blue.
If there's a King Oja version, maybe.
See, like, if this guy, like, if they had switched this up, if, like, Red had started as a bear and, like, White Wolf, that would have been too much for me. Old Cell might have had to stop watching the show.
Yeah.
No, I really like the polar bear motif. I'll go on my weird biology bend here. If my guess what that would be, it's like, polar bears are, like, the top predator of basically everything, like, land-wise. It's like, oh wait, the other one's a T-Rex. maybe the Six Ranger should have been the T-Rex after all.
That would have been funny. Yeah, let's see. Was there anything else? Oh, the actual Zord fight between Gudabang and King Candler. I love how it descended into actual just rock'em sock'em robots.
That was great. And again, Candler's actor is going for it. Like, he's like, oh fuck yeah, these are what all my days in the arcade have built up to.
Yep.
Because that's the thing I gotta say about, like, Candler's actor. Like, good looking guy, don't get me wrong, but, like, I think he comes from a more, like, down to earth quality than the other, like, actors, because everyone else in the show is a model, is a pretty boy, Yeah. So I can see this guy having had actual experiences and stuff, and he's leading it into this,
Seven mentioning, fire should have beat ice. No, see, that's the point. Kumare Mashiro is such a badass, he overcame elemental weaknesses.
So cool he is. That's cool, Decker.
Yeah.
Nice.
Neat.
Like a good purple ranger.
Yeah. Oh, also, Barakuma, is not only a little flying drone thing that, spits bills, but it shoots fucking lasers.
What doesn't it do?
That was badass.
I wonder if they're gonna play up, like, the angle of it being, like, his, like, butler or something. And it makes coffee?
They say he's the debt collector.
Bear's known
Decker
for their
has his
fiscal
favorite-
responsibility.
And yes, I remember seeing the toy version that, like, Goodburn can ride it like a tank, and it's got, like, little, like, leashes on it.
The way this guy kept pronouncing Goodiban, like,
Yeah. Goodebang.
Goodiban.
I think Decker's found his favorite Gozyuger.
Yeah, I can tell. Yep.
That's so cute. Riding like a little sled.
Yep.
I love it.
Titanus?
Yeah, kind of. So yeah, we had a super awesome, lore-heavy, debut awesome episode. Next week's gonna be some bullshit about a sports festival.
Oh, I'm sure it'll be fun. I wonder what sports they'll do the challenges around. Yeah, great episode. Great Sixth Rangers.
Yeah.
Introduction.
All right, feature topic time.
Featured topic.
So I will fully cop to the fact that the whole exam arc of Sentai Daishikkaku is kind of a drag, but these are the episodes where we start to veer out of that, because these are the ones where we start to focus on the Blue Keeper fight, which was very, very cool.
Blue Keeper fight was cool. I don't know what's going on.
After watching these two episodes, I realized that Blue Keeper is kind of a murderous asshole.
I mean, they all are.
Ichi in another life.
Yeah, but like he's like out of all of the five of them, he's like the most like fuck you, I kill you guy.
He does seem to have a sadistic streak to him.
I'm watching this in the English dub just because I'm able to like pay attention better by watching the English dub. So
we were watching it like
we started the episode and you see Draggy fucking talking in English and I'm like, nope, we're not doing that.
And I died a little inside.
Yeah, just remember when you're watching anything else on Disney Plus, you have to switch it back to fucking English.
No, I know. We experienced that when we watched Rogue One.
Yeah, Rogue One. We just heard Mads Mikkelsen start speaking Japanese, and we're like,
how did this happen? Also, full transparency. these are the first episodes of the show I've seen. I know the premise, I know the setup, I know like the basics, but these are the only episodes I've seen, so I'm missing a little bit of context.
Yeah, the basic idea is the Sento and D is one of the like shocker trooper dudes from the evil monsters.
Mm-hmm.
He snuck into the Sentai brigade in order to basically kill the Ranger team from the inside.
Sounds like a
plan. It's the boys but Toku version.
And as you see over the course of these episodes, he's also decided fuck the boss monsters because they abandoned us.
Mm-hmm. I'll make my own Sentai.
Yeah. But it was funny in the English dub, so like we get like the assistant to the junior grade assistant to Blue Keeper, and it's like flashbacking. Yeah, it's like flashbacking to her like trying to like keep like Blue Keeper alive because like he has like naps and stuff. But like in the English dub, it's really funny because like there's like one where like he's like holding up a guy like in an alley, and like she's like Blue Keeper, what are you doing? He's like, oh, you made it just in time. Help me kill these guys.
Oh my god,
that's pretty good.
I'm like, what the fuck, man? So yeah, so like he's really fucked up, and yeah, so it's just like from what I watched of episode like 9, it was just like all of them, all this like the students taking the exam, they're all just kind of like trying to get the keys, and they're all like teaming up against. So like the idea guy with the only muscles is like really funny.
The only relevant part of the exam plotline that is at play here is this was just after they all unlocked the burst mode on their dragon gadget, so they're fighting back against the asshole rival exam students.
I'll say this too, Ichi, the timing wasn't great because you and Paul have been watching that arc of Hunter x Hunter where it's basically the same idea.
Where we just got out of the Hunter exam arc.
Yes.
Yeah.
So maybe the timing wasn't. I'm not saying I didn't like. I was hating on this, but you might have noticed I was nodding off at a few points, and that does not happen when I watch stuff usually.
Fun.
Yeah.
Basically, the only members of this whole batch of ragtag fuckers you need to actually pay attention to, I think, is Usakubo.
That's fine.
I've been watching the second season. She's the only character out of that whole batch of students, aside from Fighter D, who really does anything of relevance later.
I did like the big like I'm sorry, just like I can't remember any of the names of these fucking characters. But like the pink haired muscle dude voiced by Jameson Price in the English dub, which is fucking awesome. He's hamming it up so much straight. Yeah. So like he's just like he's so like in awe that he's discovered his burst mode, and then like the chick he's fighting just like basically stalls him long enough that his burst mode like expires.
He runs out of energy.
And then she tries to shoot him, and it just bounces off him because he's like so muscular.
It literally bounces off his ab.
Nice.
Or like his
and then
pec.
he's like, I don't need fucking weapons. My muscles are all I need. And he's like literally about to punch her in the fucking face. And she's like,
I am the weapon.
Here, take the key. I don't fucking give a shit.
I surrender for real this time, even though I already lied about it.
And then like one of the other characters, he's just like, oh, I'm gonna start Operation Harlem, and like he's like, I'm not gonna fight Harem, yeah.
Operation Harem.
Harem. Yeah,
Operation Harlem.
You can tell how much I was paying attention.
I hear you, man.
But then he protects her, and he's like, oh, I'm just here for the chicks, man. Like you're pretty. I wouldn't do anything to hurt you. And she's like, ew, you're weird.
I mean, guys, I'll be honest with all you. If it came down to it, I had to wipe out all other men on Earth, I would do it.
Jeez.
Sorry. But I'm not throwing away that opportunity.
So anyway, so Blue Keeper shows up to fight Fighter X's, who's been disguising themselves as Koguma, who was recently murdered by Peltrola.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
So we see Blue Keeper pull out his artifact's ability to summon the Blue Dragon Leviathan and all this water-based attacks, all these water attacks he's got, which was super fucking badass.
That was cool. It's fucking Monster Hunter weapon.
I was about to say, it looked like a fucking Monster Hunter weapon.
Incoming water from the big giant head.
I did like we got to see what like Fighter Double X looked like her actual form, and like I expected it was just like one of the other mooks, but like female version, but still like it was a really cool version of her. So
it's almost identical to Fighter D and the others. The only difference is female voice and long black hair.
I'll say this too, just in general thing. I like the look of the mook, like outfit, like with the skull, the black. It feels old school.
The scarf, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It's absolutely channeling classic Kamen Rider Sentoin.
But it animates well, and they're very like it's. I'm a sucker for skeleton motifs. So
yeah, and it's fun that like even though it looks like a suit, the face is animated.
Yeah, it's Deadpool-y like that.
Yeah. So then we get the scene that I like to refer to as the torture truck.
Yes.
Where Blue Keeper corners X's and then starts stabbing over 10 metal pipes into her body over and over, trying to get her to reveal where Peltrola is.
Like, okay, this is where in my head I was like, oh, this feels like something from the boys. The idea of what someone with power does to someone behind closed doors. Because what I thought happens was after he knocked her into the truck, the doors closed behind him, and like, if you don't see it happening, it might as well not have happened, unfortunately, in a lot of cases. But no, the doors were wide open.
Anyone could have walked by, and Fighter D ends up showing up to quote-unquote save her.
Which I'm just like, you can just, I heard you in here. But whatever.
Yeah.
Because, like, on its own, that scene was pretty, this is, like, in a good way disturbing,
Yeah. So D, disguised as Sakurama still, tries to sneak attack Blue with his burst form, and he does that anime trope of like, I'm putting all of my power, all of my energy into this one attack. I'm like, I just experienced that scene so many times when I replayed .hack GU. God damn it. But of course it doesn't work because Blue also has a barrier ability.
Because he uses water magic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like also, like, I mean, the design of the heroes, like, I get what they're going for. I really like Blue's scar placement. There's just something about that works for me.
I'm not a fan of that kind of character, so I don't like that Blue Ranger on this team is the violent, scarred asshole. I would have liked if he was the creepy science dude that Yellow is.
I just can't wait to find out like why Green's the only one who like keeps his like mouth plate on.
I will say
Hmm?
there is a lot of Green Keeper shit in season 2.
Well, he's the one I'm most interested in. Him and Yellow, because Yellow's fucking creepy as shit.
Yes, there is. the last couple episodes we just had a lot more development on Yellow Keeper as well.
Blue does feel
okay. Well, it sounds like season 2 is the one I need to watch.
Yeah.
So.
Yep.
Would you say I'm right on that too, Ichi?
Sorry.
Blue feels to me like first boss.
Yes.
Like first major threat we got to get through.
Correct.
Okay.
You'll know why in the next 2 episodes.
This is like the fucking Psycho Rangers.
Kinda.
Yeah,
it feels like they're going for like confronting each of the Rangers is going to be its own arc of the show.
Which that's in this sort of thing. That's the way to do it, right?
Yeah.
So
yeah.
But yeah, then we get this like seahorse bomb thing that he can do, and that starts actually damaging the Sentoins because they're weak to the artifacts.
I actually like that, like where it's all these like orbs of water with like a different like fish or something in it.
Yep.
The seahorse was like the
which is great because earlier in the episode we see this flashback of him and Izome hanging out and they're standing in front of an aquarium.
Which that was a cool shot too. Like I like that they're associating him with like water and sea life. That's cool.
Yeah.
That was also I like what I like to call can't wait to animate scenes like that. Where it's like it's not something super overtly done, but it's like you get to draw something. You got to draw a whale shark today. Isn't that fun?
Yeah.
It's something different.
So episode 9 ends with X's saying that she will take Blue to Peltrola.
Peltrola.
I didn't pick up on what episode 9's title was a reference to, but I absolutely realized that the Japanese title of episode 10 was Zenryoku Zenkai Blue Keeper, so I'm like, haha, Zenkaija reference.
What was the episode 9 title called?
I don't remember. I wasn't paying attention to it. And I did notice that like the title of episode 11 had On the Road, so I'm like, decade reference?
And perhaps.
Right.
Episode 10 starts with X's leading Blue Keeper to where Peltrola is hiding, and like they're still in the fucking parking garage that the exam is happening, so it feels like they probably walked maybe 10 feet before Blue starts going, are we there yet?
Oh. Episode... Oh, no. Yeah, episode 9 was Battle Fever D.
Oh, so there you go. It's a Battle Fever J reference.
There we go.
Yeah. There you go.
So apparently Peltrola was hiding in the room that was beyond the locked door that the exam keys were needed for.
Convenient.
That feels weird and unexplained. So they just get in the door and there's just a fucking Yggdrasil ass tree in there. And that is apparently spawning eggs that hatch into different copies of Peltrola.
Were they eggs or were they apples?
I'm going to say egg because one thing that isn't very clearly established here but is stated later is the boss monsters in this series are all based on the Chinese zodiac, and Peltrola is the rooster boss.
Okay.
So he is a bird. So him coming out of eggs seems on brand.
I was going to say, I actually like this design. I like
They looked like they were hatching.
I like a good Chozo vibe.
Yeah. But the fact that the eggs were dropping from the tree was where things started to get weird.
I like how you said, oh no, the Deku tree is on meth or something.
Yeah, like Peltrola's face on the tree, I'm like, oh god, the Deku tree aged badly. But yeah, so Blue Keeper starts fighting Peltrola, and it's a pretty solidly even match.
They play up the idea that Peltrola can clone himself, and it's like, and you must kill the original clone, or like the main clone.
He was like, you have to find and kill the real me to stop it. But as we learned throughout the episode, as long as any of them survive, they're all the real one. That kind of thing.
So it's like Ultron.
Yeah. Which is painfully made clear to D when he attempts to backstab who he thinks is the real Peltrola.
Okay. So I want to get into this because I guess I was looking at something else or something, but like I looked away, then I came back to like pay attention to the episode, and like it was like a world or reality where like the monsters won. And I was like, what the fuck just happened?
Oh no, that was D. He passed out after that conflict and was dreaming.
Okay, I missed that part.
But I will say one thing that's kind of a low point of the series is how well explained D's motivations are. Because like at the start, it's pretty clear. Like, oh, obviously he hates the Sentai for subjugating his people, so he's infiltrating the Sentai to kill the Sentai. But as we see in this episode, he also doesn't give a fuck about the boss monsters who spawned him. And I think part of that is because, oh, they abandoned us for X amount of years. But it also just has the vibe of like, D just doesn't give a fuck about anyone. He just wants to live a life of freedom and fuck everyone.
It does have a bit of, unfortunately, like that. Like,
which is illustrated in the dream he has where he's ruling the world.
it does have that anime protagonist problem where his motivations are very basic and bland.
Yeah, but then there's the scene where like he's at the restaurant or whatever like that, and then like the other like ranger candidates that like he knows he's been like working with. Yeah, like they show up and it's like, oh, what are you doing here? I'm like, no, they're special. And it's like, okay, so like deep down in his subconscious, like he does have like he cares about these guys like a little bit.
He kind of is wishy-washy about it, where like he goes back and forth between like, yeah, I care about them, to like, no, fuck humanity.
Well, you've seen more, so I'll take your word on that. But
yeah,
I can see that.
Well, that's the
problem.
thing. He definitely has that like character trope where it's like, oh, I don't care about you, Baka, but like he actually does.
There are several points in this series where characters straight up ask him, whose side are you on? What is your goal? What are you fighting for? And there is almost never a solid, explicit, consistent answer.
Because he doesn't even know.
I mean, they could play into that, but maybe they're just not doing it well. Again, maybe the character himself.
You know what I think it is. You know what I think it honestly could be, because like he's like a minion, like a mook to these toku monsters that have been fighting like this like ranger team for like years, and like they're just like low level grunts, like they're not supposed to like think, feel for themselves, blah blah blah. And then like finally one of them just decided to just go like, no, fuck all this shit, and so like it's him discovering like himself as like an individual,
discovering independence.
He's discovering independence, but he's never been independent before, so he doesn't really know what to feel.
He just lashes out at everyone.
Exactly. He's like, do I like these guys? Do I fucking hate them? Do I hate you? Do I like you? I don't know. So he's like, it's just him figuring this shit out. So that's why I think like Fred D's really interesting.
He's not like he's not taking one dictatorship for another. He's like, oh wait, maybe both sides of this are pretty.
I want to live free and do what I want.
whatever.
Yeah,
I do what
and
I
like,
want.
and he also just hates seeing the people that are also on his level just get like stomped on by like the higher people.
You know what I'm
And
sure it
he
is?
just doesn't want that.
As a mook, he's tired of seeing other mooks be used by either side.
Yeah, that's a part of it.
Yeah.
That's why he was sad when the thicker fighter got lasered to death by Red Keeper.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Cell, what did you think of the ending song?
I loved it. I think I'd heard
was it
that
a
song
banger?
before. It's a great song, and like it's very fun visuals at the
banger.
end.
Yeah.
It felt like a real like
yeah.
Sentai ending almost.
I swear to God, every single fucking time we talk about this show on the show, we were like that ending theme though.
Yeah, and I will say the second season songs are great, but I still think the first season ending is the best song out of the 4.
The visuals of the second season ending though, holy shit!
Oh yeah, they absolutely lean into the video gamey aspect.
Nice.
It's great. But yeah, so it was funny. Like they're in the restaurant, and then like Petrola shows up, and he's just like, "Did you cook this food?" And he's like, "Yeah." And he like fucking puts a hole in him, and he's just like, "You humans devour other fucking like living creatures, you fucking monsters."
That's a lot of what it is, but having watched the second season and learned that there is like an animal structure to the bosses, knowing now that Peltrola is specifically the rooster monster, I like to think that part of that was also him being pissed that they killed and cooked birds.
Revenge.
Yeah, that makes
is fun,
sense.
actually.
That's
God.
it's hilarious to watch this first season with context from the second season.
Oh God, what are the pig and cow gonna think?
I will say, so far in second season, we've also seen the snake monster and I think the horse monster.
And I was born the year of the snake. I'm a snurk.
Yeah. So basically, episode 10 ends with the bad kids giving up the exam because they know they've lost. And there's this one hilarious scene where Yukino runs around a corner, runs smack face first into Peltrola, and fucking nopes out of that situation.
Oh, that was perfect.
Yeah.
Never mind, there was nothing over there.
It's like when that goon walks into the dark room and discovers Batman there. He's like, someone else says, "Anything in there?" Nope. Smart.
Yeah, just Batman's just standing there, just staring at him, and he's like, "Nope, nothing."
Or no, Lane, like in Force Awakens, when those two stormtroopers go around the corner and they see the sparks flying.
Oh, you see me and Gar when Ichi's having a fucking work tantrum.
You and Gar, when Ichi acts a little more like the Blue Keeper.
No, just like literally like me and Gar just coming back from like Walmart, and Ichi's just in the middle of a fucking angry work call. We're like, nope.
Yeah.
Back outside.
I had one of those moments today.
Oh,
That is
you
her two
poor
wolves,
man.
Ichi.
Oh, your job sucks.
Well, based on this episode, this week's Gozyuger, it was more like inside us is one wolf and one polar bear.
Oh, that's even more.
So, I'm gonna say that these last like 4 episodes that we've watched, they haven't been like really grabbing me. Like you said, like it drags a bit, but I think it's also just because like I didn't watch this whole first season like consistently. I think what I'm just gonna do is I'm gonna watch the finale by myself. And then I'm just going to keep watching season 2, and then I'm just going to be like, all right, now I get why this show's so good, blah, blah, blah.
I think another factor in it is this anime doesn't do what a lot of other anime does and have, like, recaps of previous episodes in it. So if it's been a while between episodes, you're coming in having forgotten some of it.
Yeah, so, like, I remember they were doing, like, an exam, but I was just like, I don't remember any of these characters' names or what they were doing or what the fuck's happened.
The exam arc is not consequential, and so many of those characters are not important.
It almost feels like they needed to do that because, well, you're making an anime. You're making or a manga. It's a manga first, right? This one?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, like you're making a manga for this age group. There needs to be an exam arc.
But I will say one aspect of the show that I really, really like is, and this becomes more evident the more you watch, is the whole organizational structure of the Sentai Force. The fact that there are the captains in the way of their actual Ranger team, and then they've got their like subordinates that are like their seconds in command, who each also have their own like Sentai-like weapon. You know what it reminds me of? Captains and lieutenants in Bleach.
Yeah, you're.
Oh,
the weapon vibes.
The artifacts that they have absolutely feel like Zanbakuto.
Mm-hmm.
You know what? I can definitely feel there's like a bit of bleach sprinkled in this anime, for
The
sure.
main guy looks like Ichigo. Like, like, are we beating around the bush on that?
Oh, Sakurama?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Yeah.
But yeah, I will say I think the first season wraps up in a more interesting way because we're focusing more on the fight between Blue Keeper and Peltrola. And then absolutely the second season pops off in a much more straightforward and interesting way.
So it's like Star Trek Next Gen.
In many ways, it is the superior, but will never be as recognized as the original.
There we go. Brought it all the way back to Wayne's World, baby.
I mean, I think TNG is more recognizable than the original.
At this point, yeah, I would say.
Yeah.
Back in the early '90s, Lane, you know, we didn't really know. We didn't know.
Oh, I know. Everyone thought TNG was never gonna fucking work.
Not my Star Trek.
I only watch Star Trek Discovery.
See, I came into
Wish they would discover a better show.
No, see, I came into Star Trek loving Voyager and TNG, and then I watched all of Deep Space Nine, and I was like, no, Deep Space Nine is peak Star Trek. Always will be.
The unfortunate thing about Star Trek Discovery is that its abbreviation is STD.
Yeah, they didn't really think that one through.
I've heard Strange New Worlds though is like pretty good.
Yeah,
So,
but anyone looking for peak Star Trek content needs to just watch The Orville.
Yes, that's at this point. In the game.
I need to fucking watch that whole show, man.
Yes.
I love it.
I know.
All right.
500 cigarettes.
All right, well, that's going to be Castranger for the week. Jikai, Nino Sentai Castranger. In the spirit of getting shit off of our plate, next week we're going to finish the first season of Sentai Daishikkaku with episodes 11 and 12.
Oh my.
Woo! Can't wait.
Yeah.
I'm just going to be sad we'll never get to see the season 1 ending ever again.
I mean, you can rewatch it whenever.
I know, that's the thing. I can just watch it whenever I want.
Yeah. Also, next weekend is my birthday.
Woo!
Finally 21.
I'm finally legal. Alrighty. Alright, so thank you everyone for listening, watching, liking, favoriting, sharing, subscribing, hitting the bell, and being awesome. As always, the primary source of our hijinks is castranger.podbean.com. From there you can find our Facebook, Twitter, Discord, Patreon, merch store, all of our cool shit. Let us know what you thought of these episodes in the comments. Let us know what you would like us to talk about in the future. And we will see you next week. Oh yeah, happy Friday the 13th.
Jason.
When we're recording this on
Jason.
Friday.
Kiki, mama, mama.